That's all you do though, right?
First things first, we're gonna be building a mini rocket using baking soda and vinegar. We're gonna use this little kit that we got at some point. There's like measurements on there, but we don't really care about those. We're just gonna kind of eyeball it.
Think it matters if I spill? Probably not, right?
Probably not.
Okay, that's a little bit more than 2 milliliters.
All right.
That's more than double. Should I pour some out? Do you think it's fine?
That's fine. It's
Bigger
fine.
boom.
So the idea is to fill this up, and then when we put it in, we're gonna turn it over so that it dumps the.
There we go.
All right.
You ready?
I was born ready. Whoa, whoa, stand back, stand back. This is gonna be a huge explosion.
Did we do something wrong?
We didn't. That was really sad. Hi, I'm your host, Jack Tarwater. This is the Air Compressor episode. We did a couple of things. We went scuba diving and we built a cannon. Well, we didn't really go scuba diving, but you'll see what we did with that later. Good luck.
It worked perfectly. It was so cool. Like, it worked perfectly. Like, I could sit under there, you know, and at first it was kind of hard to breathe. Like, if I put it up to my mouth a little bit, like too close, it would fill up my lungs too fast, and it wasn't enough to get a healthy breath in. So after adjusting it a little bit, it kind of got to the perfect point where I could have sat under there for as long as I wanted.
Nice, nice, nice. Did the rock help you?
The rock did. It was perfect. I sat crisscross. I set it right in my lap, and it kept me submerged the whole time.
Oh, nice. All right, it's my turn now.
Nice knowing you. What happened? I took a huge breath of water on my first breath. I think I have to hold my breath on the way down. Oh my god. Let's drop a rock on him. What happened? I kind of suck at this. Jack's a cold-blooded animal and he doesn't even know it.
Yeah, I hate the water. It makes me too cold. Okay, never do that. That was horribly dangerous in hindsight. One, the inside of the air compressor has a couple of toxic things that you might end up inhaling, and it's not very good for you. And second of all, you might suffer from lung overexpansion, which is if you pump too much air into your lungs, they start to bleed and sort of overinflate, and that can lead to drowning in your own lungs. So never do that. All right, it's tomorrow, and I'm gonna be putting together the pneumatic cannon pretty soon. We've had a couple of issues with parts. So we're gonna try to get that sorted out, but I'm gonna run you guys through the basics of what's happening. First of all, this is the valve that we picked up. It's a ball valve, which means that there's a little ball inside of it, which turns when you twist it. So it's not gonna twist because we broke it. Since that's stuck, it's not really stuck, but it's kind of hard to turn, which is a bit of an issue since we need a quick release. I'm gonna be picking up a solenoid valve at some point in the near future. And hopefully a battery for that so that we can fix the valve situation. Anyway, onto where we're going to be storing the compressed air. This is the end cap that we're going to put on this 4-inch PVC pipe. What we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole in the back of this, right about here, and we're going to put in a Schrader valve, and a Schrader valve is like the sort of valve that you might find on a bike tire. Basically, you can put air in and the air can't get back out, which is going to be very useful for us. If we put this on here, and then we have the valve at this end, we will be able to basically pressurize this up to about 200 psi, which this air compressor only goes up to 150, so we should be good there. We're going to use a bunch of adapters and little segments of pipe to go down to 2 inches, which is where we're going to connect this to this, basically. And then we're going to put these 2 elbow joints together like this, and then the barrel is going to be 2-inch pipe, and we're going to shoot it out like this with the air tank here and this here. We're going to put it all together using PVC glue, which is this stuff. It's a good time. Alright, this first step of the build, I'm going to cut a bit off these so that we can fit them into the connectors successfully with a hacksaw, because I don't know how to do projects, and I looked it up and it said hacksaws were the best for this kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to use. That's very not straight. Alright, well, I was kind of weak and it didn't really work, so I'm going to just use the table saw. I turned this down a little just for the sake of your ears. So, this is our connections right here. I just finished gluing them today. I did all of this yesterday and all of these parts today. Basically what I did is I put purple primer on there, which you can't see because the pipes are black, but basically what that does is it helps start a chemical reaction which the glue finishes, and the reason that that's good is because it allows it to withstand higher pressure. Like if that exploded, it would make us go deaf, so I would prefer if that didn't happen. This is going to be the layout of the gun. This pipe is going to go in here. I'm actually going to make this longer, and then the valve is going to go right here, and the end cap is going to go right here. So basically what's going to happen is we're gonna supply power to the solenoid valve, which is going to release the air from this chamber through these pipes and shoot whatever's in the barrel out that way. Okay, so we did the final gluing thing. The last thing is just to connect this to here, which we can't do because our valve broke. It's coming tomorrow, so it should be operational in a couple of days. We'll see. In the meantime, I'm going to show you guys a little bomb that I made, and when I say bomb, I don't actually mean bomb. This isn't a bomb. YouTube, don't like arrest me or anything, but basically it's the jankiest electronic setup that you will ever see. Yeah, it's not hard to understand. On switch, off switch, and I didn't even solder it. Just kidding. Guess what? I did solder it. I just didn't do it then. I thought I wasn't gonna solder it, but I had to go to the hardware store anyway, so I bought a bunch of solder. We already had a soldering iron, so I just used the one that we already had. And I also screwed in the switch instead of having it go in this stupid little hole right here, so now it's way more secure and it actually works. The wires are just sort of wrapped around the little connection. Just kidding again, guess what? I soldered it. So I'm high-key scared that this is gonna catch on fire and burn our entire house down. I'm still scared that's gonna happen. That didn't change. This is gonna go through here like this. Once we find the proper nut, to go on the back end so that it doesn't come out. And then this is what we're gonna stick on the end, and we're gonna use this to pressurize the hole. All right, so I attached the Schrader valve to the end cap. It looks something like this. That's gonna allow us to pressurize the chamber. I did that basically by attaching this little thing. This is the Schrader valve by itself. I did it by screwing it into a PVC pipe and attaching a nut to the end, sort of like this, so that we could allow it to pressurize without popping out. I screwed it into the PVC pipe so that it looks something sort of like this. This is nothing new to you guys because that's basically what this part looks like. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the inside, which is where we're gonna attach the nut. All right, so you guys can kind of see inside of there, there's a little part that's sticking out with little threads, right? So what we're gonna do, well, what I already did, and what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna screw this little nut onto the end. All right, so you guys can see that I screwed the nut on there, which should allow for it to not come off when fully pressurized, along with the top part, which we glued in. So it should be relatively pressure secure, especially on a flat surface like that one. This is not flat, this is round. I don't know if you guys can like see, but this will hopefully allow us to build the maximum amount of pressure in here without compromising the seal of the whole inside compartment. All right, so we couldn't really figure out how to use any of the 3 electrical valves that we got, the solenoid valves. By the way, if any of you guys know how to actually use one of those, you can feel free to email me at tarwaterjack@gmail.com. So we went to Home Depot and we bought another one of these that we didn't jam up with oil this time, and the build is finally ready. Tomorrow we're actually gonna shoot something out of it, but today we're just gonna put it through its paces. We're gonna run it at sort of lower pressures. All right, we're assembling it.
That's good, right?
You gotta turn it so that this handle is right there. All right, this is the assembled gun. This isn't technically a gun because it's not combustion. It uses compressed air instead of something to catch on fire or explode, and that means that it's not legally classified as a firearm. However, it's still very dangerous. It might be even more dangerous. It just doesn't use an explosion like an actual gun. We're gonna pressurize it. This is kind of terrifying, actually. All right, this is the moment that I've been waiting for like 2 weeks. Gotta screw this in. Ready?
Right.
Yep.
Here we go.
Okay, we're at 20. We are at 20 psi.
Should we unscrew it?
3, 2, 1. Woo! That was kind of disappointing. It was only 20 psi. 20 psi.
Should we pump it up a little bit more?
Yes, Gavin, we should pump it up just a little bit more. We added about 20 psi in that run. It's kind of a shame that I ignored you because it gave me a good opportunity to kind of say what I was thinking there. We just didn't really do that. The next run, I took it up to about 30 psi. Let's find out. It's open right now. So I'm going to do this magical... Is it closed right now?
Yeah. See.
This is 50. How many pairs of soundproof headphones do we own?
2.
All right. 3. I would not stand there. Is this like bulging in any way, shape, or form? Is there any like deformation?
Do we have Teflon tape on?
No. 3, 2, 1. That's terrifying.
It's getting louder and louder, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, so it's finally done. I just want to spray paint it a little bit just to make it kind of look like it's not made of... it's still going to look like it's made of PVC pipe, but maybe look a little bit kind of neater. Here's just Again, the basic rundown of what we're kind of doing here. Here's the chamber that we're going to be filling with the compressed air. It comes with a little valve at the end. This, it's wrapped in duct tape just in case it like shatters under pressure. That way the little pieces won't go everywhere. With a bunch of converters which follow into the ball valve right here, which has a little line right here which differentiates between open and closed. There's a little label right there. It goes around this little bend right here and down this pipe to the very end, which is where we're gonna stick a bunch of things. Potatoes, golf balls, paper towels, all that sort of jazz. When I spray paint it, I'm gonna be very careful not to touch this because we put oil in one and we realized that it's kinda, it doesn't really turn out great if you mess with it. It gets hard to turn. So I'll see you guys tomorrow when we shoot it with my friend. He's gonna be our cameraman. I know I said like see you tomorrow like 2 different times, but I got one more thing to do. Well, not really do, but show you guys. I finally spray painted it. It looks something like this. And basically, I made the horrible mistake of putting it on newspaper, which is gonna stick to the spray paint, and it's gonna leave the bottom half of it looking like super ugly and horrible. If you'll notice in that picture that I showed you, I didn't put spray paint on the valve because we realized that the valves they're kind of finicky, and I wanted to make sure that it remains in tip-top shape. All right, actually this time, see you tomorrow.
There we go.
Welcome
I think that's how
to the
I
park,
found
everyone. We're gonna start by not shooting anything out of it, just so that we don't accidentally blow up, and then we will shoot potatoes and apples and golf balls out of it.
Where's
There
the
we
thing?
go. This is big brain time.
Are you sure you know what you're doing, Jack?
Yeah, I'm absolutely certain. I am an expert at this.
This is the most ghetto
It's like
cannon.
a musket. Push.
Yeah. All right. You ready? Here we go. 3,
Joker
2,
cannon.
1.
Where's the potato? Oh, I see the potato.
Nice.
Well, that was quick.
Far.
How high can it go?
90?
Theoretically, I think it will. That goes up to 150.
Okay.
So theoretically, we can fill it up to 150. I don't think any of the parts on here have limitations under that.
Okay.
All right.
So what are we pumping it up to now?
Let's go with 80.
How much video can your phone take?
I honestly have no idea, so we'll find out.
3, 2, 1. I didn't turn it fast enough.
This is 100 psi. 3, 2, 1.
What the? Oh, I see it.
I lost it.
You want someone else to open it, or?
I don't think so. I think I can open it fast enough. 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Where did it go? Oh!
That was a good one.
There's smoke coming
That's
out
what
of
we're
the
talking
bag.
Yo, wait. Is this what was left once you put the?
Yeah, this
Oh
is
my
the
God.
leftover apple.
Dude, if you would have helped that up a little more, it would have got out on the street.
Yeah, can we shoot it at cars?
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Woo! That thing was a lot harder to turn than I Am I not turning it fast enough?
Apple
It's gonna
ring.
be so sticky.
My hands are already sticky.
Where's the barrel loader? Thank you. It didn't make an apple ring this time, which is unfortunate. We gotta shoot someone with this. So stand by the dugouts. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my.
That is legendary right there. I got like apple.
That's gotta be like the best.
Almost on my face. Wow.
That was a really good one.
So it worked.
You
I
got golf
wanna see how
balls.
far.
And a paper towel. Take
Or
your
come
camera.
with me. I will come with you.
Alright.
Wait. Yeah, there. That's pretty far away. Is it still intact? Nice, alright. So just for perspective, this is where it landed, and all the way over there is where we've been shooting from. So these things have gone pretty far.
Golf ball.
Oh, where'd it go?
Yeah.
The golf ball went flying.
I want to go find it.
Adventure time.
Boys trip. Did it go in the field? Oh, it's here. Why are we going through here? Right on the other side. Huh. I must have very bad access because I did not see this at all.
There it is. It's on the other field.
Bro.
Nice.
Can you retrieve it? I don't want to go over. I'm happy to hear that Gavin's safety is ensured.
There's people here.
Oh no.
No. Alright.
Quick, run. My god. Apple on the bear.
Jack, that's nasty. Do I care? I would hope so. No.
Alright, some people are on the single A field over there. So we should just shoot it.
I think once we unplug it, we carry it over there. Sideways.
That's not what we did, we just shot it from there.
Here we go. Oh, right over there.
You good?
Ooh,
Did that come off?
yeah.
Huh.
Ouch.
Hey!
I mastered the blade.
While you were studying cannons, I was studying the blade.
The flag bearer.
It's unrolling slowly.
I surrender.
No, it's unrolling.
It is not. Loading the musket.
Back.
Boring back
I know.
You were expected to fire like one bullet every minute or something like that. It's impossible at this rate.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Oh my god. All the way over there.
What? Where?
It went on the triple A field. I'm gonna follow you.
Yo, that's
Oh,
legend.
there's my golf ball. I threw it back, hit a fence, and it bounced into.
That's not the one we're looking for, though. All right. Yo, that went really far, and it shredded.
Paper towels.
You think it went down the hill? There's no way. Is that it, or is that random stuff?
It might have gone down the hill because I saw it straight from the left.
It went pretty far.
Well, it's the first one we've lost so far.
Yeah.
Nice. Hi, I'm Jack Tarwater. That was a really fun thing to make. It really turned out well, the potato cannon. It worked seamlessly, but I couldn't have done it without the work of the other people. I know that this is my channel and it has my name on it, but without the help of these people,
Amelia.
Gavin, and my parents, this wouldn't have been possible. So I really appreciate all of their support and how they helped me out with this. Hopefully I'm going to be able to put together some videos in the future like this. Hopefully they'll be a little better so I can get some practice. I'm going to get some practice with editing, maybe some with shooting, just get better at camera work and all that. The next video should be up pretty soon because we're getting an attic fan taken out of our house and it's going to give us possession of a motor. So that will be a ton of fun. See you next time.